If you're not happy, chances are you are not living your purpose. Because someone who is living in their purpose, regardless of what's going on around them, they're able to find some sense of internal happiness. But the issue is that most people around us are not living their purpose. In fact, the majority of people are not living their purpose. So how do we get to our purpose? And by purpose, I don't just mean job. For some people, purpose could mean parenting. And it's also important to note that our purpose will change as our life goes on. So we get to our purpose through seeing what lights us up. And here's the hot tip. You cannot get to your purpose without knowing who you authentically are, who you are at your core. Once you know who you are at your core, you're able to start living in alignment, which leads you to your purpose. Now, the issue is that most of us are led by the ego self, and the things we do in our daily lives, for example, our jobs, are led by that ego self, which is up there as a protection mechanism against conditioning. So, for example, if you were brought up in a family whose version of success was to be a lawyer or a vet, even if you're not consciously trying to please your parents, the ego self is there as a protective mechanism. It's trying to stop you from getting hurt. It's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to stop you from being rejected or from being judged. So we make decisions about our life based on that part of the brain making the decisions as opposed to our higher selves. And the irony is that the ego self is trying to keep us safe by doing that. But are we really safe when we're not living our purpose? Well, no, we're not, because we're going to end up unhappy. The quickest way to our purpose is by learning who we are authentically. And the best way you can do this at home is just by sitting with your journal and journaling about the things that light you up, the things that fill you up, the things that make you really happy at your core. And if you keep doing this day after day, week after week, you'll start seeing consistencies. And eventually what will happen if you carry on with it and you continue to tell yourself that your purpose is your priority, you will get that ego self to shut up, because the higher self will take over as you are led towards your purpose.